This is how I save my family $3,000 a year by shopping at Sam's Club. If you want to find out what all my tips and tricks are and the 10 items I use to save that $3,000, just keep watching. Hey y'all, my name is Meredith with FreezerFit, and today's video is going to be all about Sam's Club. I'll be showing y'all 10 of my favorite money-saving items from Sam's Club to help you prep those freezer meals. Let's go get a buggy, y'all. Tell me you're a mom without telling me you're a mom. I park next to buggies all the time. That way it's quick unload, trying to make it easy. All right, let's go. My first tip is to get there right when they open. I like shopping when there's not a lot of people around. That way it's not too crowded and you can kind of see everything that they have restocked. When you first walk in, you're going to find the first item on my list, which is disposable products. So this can be plates, bowls, silverware. They will normally have some fun seasonal items as well. That way, if you're hosting any kind of holiday for your family or cookout, you'll find it in this area. I love using disposable plates, bowls, and those paper trays on sports nights. That way I can put the freezer meal that I have made in my crock pot directly onto some paper plates and save myself some time on dishes. The next item on my list is some kind of crock pot. Now this could be a regular size or mini crock pots. These are on sale all of the time, so check your local Sam's Club to see what they have. I feel like the crock pot is one of the easier appliances to start with, especially when you're starting out freezer cooking. You're gonna need to grab your winter coat for the next items on my list. This is the produce section. I love the wide variety of produce that they offer, specifically with green beans, asparagus, Brussels sprouts. I love buying these gigantic bags in bulk. That way, when I am doing my freezer meal prep, I can use some of them now and freeze the rest for later. Or sometimes I like to get 2 bags and use one for meal prep and freeze the other bag for later meal prep. I mean, you cannot beat $3.28 for a 2-pound gigantic bag of vegetables. And yes, you can actually see my breath here in the produce section. Is anyone else just freezing to death, or is it just me? The next item on my top 10 list are their salad kits. I love their Taylor Farms brand as well as their own Members Mark, which is the Sam's Club brand. These gigantic salad kits are amazing as a side item that basically requires no prep at all for dinner time. You just take the salad out of the fridge and mix everything up together and serve it to your family. If you want to save your family even more money, then I recommend getting these romaine hearts. There's a gigantic bag of them, and you can make your own salads yourself and save yourself a ton of money. Just outside that produce section, you are going to find additional salad kits as well as their seasonal salads. You cannot beat $2.68 for that gigantic bag. That flavor is one of my favorites, and it feeds my family of 5 for at least 2 dinners. Definitely grab their seasonal flavor, which is the ultimate cheddar ranch, if they have it in stock. The next item on my list is one of my holy grail products. It is the Rotisserie chicken. This is definitely a top 10 product. There are so many uses for a rotisserie chicken, and it just makes my life so much easier. I'm saving myself money and time. Also, a little bonus tip, if you feel yourself moving into that expert level of freezer cooking, you can even take the carcass from that rotisserie chicken and make your very own bone broth. That's expert level. That will save you a lot of money throughout the year. The meat section is the next big item on my list. Now you can choose kind of whatever ground beef that you like for your family, whether that is that gigantic tube of ground beef or if you want organic or grass-fed. Just choose whatever you know that your family likes and whatever can fit in your family's budget. Another tip is look for these neon green and yellow signs that are in the meat section. These are going to be some of their specials and their bulk meat that is on sale for that week. And a little tip that I like to do is I find whatever meat is on sale, and then I go to our website, FreezerFit.com, and I just filter meals by that meat. So if chicken is on sale that week, then I'm going to filter everything by chicken dishes. I can do shredded chicken. I can use part of it for my crock pot meals and my air fryer meals. And it's just a way that I've learned to kind of really stretch my family's dollar while still giving my family wholesome meals. And also, just because that chicken would be on sale that week and you really stock up on that does not mean that you have to feed your family chicken for the next 20 days. Feed your family a few chicken meals and freeze the rest. That way, you are still offering a variety of foods to your family, but saving yourself so much time and money. Next on my list is a spaghetti sauce or a pasta sauce or whatever red sauce you like to use. Rao's is one of my favorite brands to use, and it comes in gigantic jars here. If you'd like to save even more money, you can get their Prego or Ragu. Another tip to save yourself even more money is once you are done using the sauce inside these glass jars, I wash them, run them through my dishwasher, and I reuse those jars for chicken broth and storage, because I have found if I store some of my produce in a glass jar, it really extends the life of that produce. I lucked out and found this seasonal item, which is keto friendly, the Frank's Red Hot Sauce. We are big sports fans in my family, so I make a ton of game day dishes. One of my favorites on our website is the buffalo chicken dip. That's definitely one of my go-to dishes in my house, so I am excited to stock up on one of those pantry staples. We are in the final stretch, y'all, for these final few items on my top 10 list. I highly recommend stocking up on these pantry staples. Any sort of tomato, diced tomato, crushed tomatoes, tomato paste. They have every variety that you can think of here, and this is such a great pantry staple to have. It's shelf-stable, it's easy to store. I also recommend this gigantic box of tomato paste. Now, I do love getting tomato paste in the little squirt bottles, but if you want to save yourself a ton of money, just buy this huge box of the canned. I love that they come in just these really tiny 6-ounce cans. That way I'm not going to waste any, and there's not this gigantic can of that tomato paste just hanging out in my fridge unused. Next up is this ranch seasoning bottle. I'm telling y'all, $8.98 for this gigantic thing. This is a must-have. It is so easy to use. I store it with all of my spices, and for ratio purposes, if you're just buying like a single pack of the ranch seasoning, I think in the single pack there's about 3 tablespoons of seasoning. So just grab yourself a tablespoon and scoop them out yourself and you'll be good to go. The next item on my list is this, yes, gigantic thing of minced garlic. $5.48 for 3 pounds. Can y'all believe that? 3 pounds of minced garlic. I measure minced garlic with my heart, so I will go through those 3 pounds very quickly. I also get that so I can save myself a ton of time. That way when I'm doing all of my freezer meal prep, I just quickly throw it in there. The next type of item on my list is going to be this chicken base or chicken bouillon or beef broth. It comes in all different shapes and sizes, so I recommend just getting whatever you know that your family likes. The cubes are very easy to use, and so are these bases. If you've never used this base before, all you do is you take like a tablespoon of base and mix it in with some warm water. These are also dye-free, which is great because if you're a family who's trying to avoid dyes, it's nice to double check these because a lot of times they kind of like to sneak in dyes, especially on like the beef broth ones. So just always be sure that you're checking your labels. The final and 10th item on my list is olive oil. This gigantic bottle has lasted me around 9 months now, and I still have a little bit left to prep. I'd say probably about 10 more freezer meals. A little bonus item that you have to get at Sam's Club is their hot dog combo. You can get a hot dog and drink to reward yourself for all of the money that you have just saved. Thank y'all so much for watching. What was your favorite item out of that top 10 list? Comment below any items you think I missed that I should include in my freezer meal prep. Thanks for watching.